the one that whispers. They're planning against you. Yeah, them, the one smiling in your face while scribbling your downfall in some quiet corner. You know the type, the schemers, the manipulators, the ones who think they can script your life like a movie without you even knowing the camera's rolling. But here's the thing, they didn't count on you. They didn't predict that one spark inside you, that tiny ember waiting to ignite. And now you're awake, sharp, hungry, dangerous. Look around. Every shadow could hide a betrayal. Every handshake could carry a trap. And yet, there's this thrill, this delicious dark rush that comes when you realize just how close they were and how far you've already stepped ahead. No. They thought they were the puppeteers. They thought they were safe. They didn't know you don't just stumble, you strike. You move in ways they can't calculate. And trust me, they feel it. That panic, that uncertainty creeping into their plans. It's beautiful. But let's not sugarcoat it. This isn't some game you play for fun. This is the raw, uncomfortable truth staring at you in the mirror. People plot. People scheme. People count on your hesitation to tip the scales in their favor. They love to watch you flinch. They thrive on the idea that you'll bow down without a fight. And now look at you. You're not flinching. You're not bowing. You're rewriting the rules while they're still arguing over the old ones. Every move you make, calculated chaos. Every reaction, pure, unfiltered power. Think about it. They spent weeks, maybe months, planning, mapping your routines, predicting your choices, imagining your failures. And all the while, you were learning, observing, smiling quietly under the surface while they scurried in the dark. They underestimated the simplest, most dangerous weapon you own. Your mind, your will, your refusal to follow their script. And now, you're the one holding the pen. The narrative shifts. And suddenly, their plans look like fragile paper boats floating in a storm you're commanding. The sweetest part? It's not just about victory. It's about realization. That split-second moment when their smirks falter and doubt creeps in. That tiny crack where they thought they were untouchable, and you've been there all along, ready to strike at the exact moment they forgot you existed. That's the magic. That's the thrill. That's the delicious chaos of watching their meticulous designs crumble because you refused to be boxed in. You didn't just survive. You maneuvered. You adapted. You flipped the script, and it's glorious. Now, take a breath. Feel it. That tension, that anticipation, that electric pulse of potential. Because what you're about to discover isn't just a lesson in defiance. It's a revelation, a dark mirror held up to everyone who ever doubted you. And when we go deeper, when we peel back the layers, you'll see exactly how every small choice, every quiet observation, every calculated move brought you here, to this moment, to the edge, to the point where they realized too late that you were never the pawn, you were always the storm. Now, listen closely. This is where the story flips, where the quiet observer becomes the predator, where the so-called masterminds realize they've been outplayed by someone they didn't even see coming. That's you. Not because you're lucky, not because fate whispered in your ear, but because you refused to bend. You refused to settle. You chose action when everyone else was busy planning your defeat. Every hesitation they relied on, gone. Every expectation, shattered. Do you feel that surge? That raw energy bubbling under your skin? That's not fear. That's focus. That's clarity. That's the moment where the scales tip and everything changes. You're no longer reacting, you're creating. Every move you make now has weight, purpose, consequence, and every tiny ripple, it echoes louder than they ever imagined. Nah, this is your arena, and they're scrambling just to keep up. Imagine it. Every smirk they wore now twisted into doubt. Every whisper of their plans now sounds like nonsense. You didn't just expose their schemes, you made them irrelevant. Because while they were busy thinking you'd fail, you were learning. You were watching. You were plotting, but on your own terms. And now with the tiniest push, the slightest nudge, the most subtle choice, you explode the pattern. You turn their designs against them. You don't just survive the storm, you become the storm. Here's the truth. They don't want you to know. Power isn't about controlling them. Power isn't about revenge. It's about precision, timing, intelligence, subtlety. Every step you take from here forward is calculated chaos. Every action is a message. I am not yours to manipulate. I am not yours to define. You've crossed a line, and it's irreversible. Once they see it, once the walls of their little scheme crumble, there's no going back. And oh, the satisfaction of watching them stumble, priceless. Now take this, hold it tight. That fire inside you that they tried to extinguish, it's blazing. And it's not just for you. It's a warning to anyone who ever thought they could underestimate you, to anyone who laughed when you hesitated, to anyone who assumed the story was theirs to write. They've learned something terrifying. You were never a page in their book. You are the author now. Every decision, every movement, every calculated strike, they belong to you. And when you step forward, the world shifts. Feel that weight, that thrill, that raw, intoxicating sense that the game has changed, and you hold all the cards. Don't waste it. Don't hesitate. The moment they least expect it is the moment you rise. The moment they think they've trapped you is the moment you dominate. This isn't luck. This isn't coincidence. This is you fully awake, fully alive, and fully capable of turning any plot against you into your masterpiece. Now, this is it. The moment where all the tension, all the planning, all the patience collides. Where the quiet smirk you've been hiding becomes a weapon sharper than any blade. They never saw it coming. Every step you took, every silent observation, every calculated pause, they thought it was nothing. They were blind. But now you're moving, and the world bends to your motion. Every plan they built, fragile. Every advantage they imagined, gone. Do you feel that? That pulse racing through your veins? That's not adrenaline, it's power. Pure, intoxicating, undeniable. Every hesitation you once had is gone. Every fear you once carried is shattered. You're no longer reacting to their chaos, you're creating your own. And oh, the look on their faces when it hits. Confusion, panic, regret. They realize too late that the storm was never coming from the sky. It was coming from you. Watch it unfold in your mind. Every lie they spun, every trap they set, every quiet scheme, they're now stumbling through the ruins of their own making. You didn't just survive the game, you rewrote the rules. You turned their own tactics into chains that trapped them. You stepped into the shadows they thought were safe, and now you are the shadow that consumes everything. Every move you make from here, precision, strategy, art, dark art, beautiful, merciless. And here's the real truth. They'll never understand it. That quiet spark, that subtle defiance, they'll look back and wonder how you did it. They'll whisper your name in confusion, in fear. Huh? It's glorious. Because you didn't cheat. You didn't strike blindly. You observed. You waited. Nah. This is the lesson. The one they hoped you'd never learn. Strength isn't about brute force. It isn't about rage. It's about patience, observation, timing, and the courage to strike when the moment is yours alone. You've done it. You've flipped the narrative. You've taken the game into your hands. And from now on, anyone who underestimates you, well, they'll be the ones running, scrambling, questioning everything. Because you've become the one who decides the outcome. Savor it. That dark, thrilling satisfaction of being untouchable. Not because no one can harm you, but because no one can predict you. You've mastered the storm. You've become the chaos they feared. And when the smoke clears, when the echoes of their schemes fade, you stand tall, calm, and mercilessly aware. Every eye will be on you. Every whisper about you will carry fear. And the best part? You'll be ready for it. Always. Here's where the story becomes legend. Where the dust settles, and every single person who plotted, whispered, or doubted finally sees the truth. That truth is terrifying. You are not just a player in the game. You are the storm itself. You are the shadow that haunts their calculations. Every move they thought would trap you, reversed. Every scheme they thought was clever, flipped into chaos under your control. And the most delicious part? They have no idea what hit them. Do you feel it? That quiet power humming beneath your skin? That's not just confidence, it's mastery. Every step you take from here forward is deliberate. Every choice is a declaration. I decide. I move. I dominate. They built walls to keep you out. But you didn't knock. You climbed. You infiltrated. You turned their own structure into a playground for your genius. And now they scramble. They panic. They rethink. But it's too late. You're already beyond their reach. And here's the ultimate lesson they'll never understand. Fear is temporary. Power is not about force. It's about control, timing, awareness, and the courage to act when the moment is yours alone. You didn't just turn the tables. You shattered the table. You rewrote the rules. You've transformed every doubt, every plan against you into fuel for your rise. And the world around you? It bends quietly, inevitably, to the rhythm you set. Savor this. The chaos you create is elegant, precise, intentional. Every whisper of uncertainty in their minds, every crack in their confidence, every moment of hesitation, they're all you're doing. And you're not just watching it happen, you are conducting it. Calm, cold, calculated, powerful. And the ones who doubted you, the ones who thought they could script your life, they'll never forget it. Remember this feeling, this dark thrill of absolute control, this intoxicating power of knowing that no one can predict you, no one can contain you. From here on, you don't just navigate the world, you redefine it. You take every challenge, every obstacle, every whispered plot, and you turn it into a masterpiece of strategy. And when they look back, when they realize the storm they created has consumed them, they'll understand the truth. They underestimated you, and they'll never make that mistake again. So step forward. Own it. Command it. Delight in it. Every moment you've waited, every plan you've observed, every choice you've calculated, it all leads to this. You are not just surviving. You are thriving. You are not just moving, you are orchestrating. And from this moment on, the story is yours entirely. Now it's done. The smoke has cleared, the chaos has settled, and the echoes of their schemes linger, fading, broken, irrelevant. This is the moment you realize something terrifying and exhilarating. The game was never theirs, it was always yours. Every move, every pause, every decision, they were setting the stage for you to rise, and rise you did. Higher, sharper, darker, smarter. Do you feel that? That quiet electric hum running through your veins? That's not luck. That's focus. That's awareness. That's power born from patience and precision. Huh? It's intoxicating, isn't it? Every doubt they planted, every attempt to manipulate you has now become your weapon. You didn't just flip the script, you burned it, rewrote it, and watched it scatter in the wind. And they can only stare, powerless, as the narrative bends entirely to your will. Remember this, from this point forward, nothing surprises you, nothing frightens you. Every whisper of betrayal, every hidden agenda, every plot against you, it's no longer a threat. It's fuel. It's practice. It's the raw material from which you craft your dominance. And when you move now, it's with intention. Every step a statement, every choice a challenge, every action a declaration. I am not defined by others. I define myself. Nah, let them panic. Let them scramble. Let them wonder how you became untouchable in their minds, even if not in reality. They'll never understand the patience, the observation, the subtle genius it took to reach this point. They'll only feel the result, the calm, unstoppable force of someone who refused to be cornered, someone who turned every shadow into an advantage. That someone is you. And the final truth? You're not done. This is not the end. This is the moment you realize the game is endless, but so is your capacity to dominate it. Every plan, every scheme, every attempt to control you, it's now a challenge to your brilliance. And every time they try again, you'll be ready. Sharper, faster, darker, smarter. You've become the benchmark, the storm they never predicted, the shadow they can't follow. So step forward. Own it, rule it, delight in it. Every whisper of fear, every flicker of doubt in their eyes, it's a mirror reflecting your rise. And when the world finally sees what you've become, they'll know one thing for certain: trying to control you was their first mistake, and it will be their last.